Alright guys, this is going to be a fun video. I am making a top 5 comics, and this can be from Image, DC, Marvel, anything, Omnipress, anything. And I'm picking comics that, to me, I particularly enjoyed, didn't maybe love, but I enjoyed, that the majority of people hated or is badly rated. Now, what am I using to kind of measure that? Well, I'm using Goodreads' rating system. So if a book is 3.5 or lower, it might end up on this list. I'm also using review sites and general comic review sites to see where people fell, and then just a general perception for people in the public like Twitter and Facebook. And these comics that I have listed overall didn't get great ratings, but to me, I enjoyed enough to say I liked it. So without any further ado, this list can be 100 books really. I'm just picking top 5 that came to mind the other day, and let us go. Invincible Iron Man by Bendis and David Marquez. Now, I'm going to count the Tony series, but I'm also going to count the Riri series despite not actually being done with it. I haven't read it all yet, but I actually enjoyed that too. It didn't blow my mind, but I thought that Tony had a really good arc here, especially with the Civil War II arc for him, his little solo moments, the sadness for losing his friends. I thought all of that was great, and the rest of the series was just kind of really fun. Like, I thought that Bendis captured Tony's voice pretty well here. I also enjoyed Riri as a character. I know some people hate her or whatever. I honestly never had a problem with her, and I thought her stuff was pretty good too. So overall, the Riri stuff might be getting good reviews on Goodreads, but the Tony stuff did not. I personally really enjoyed it, so I'm not saying it's the greatest series of all time, and I think it ended poorly in terms of putting the graphic novel together for the final volume for Tony's arc, but overall, the series was pretty good in my opinion. Coming at number 4 is X. This is a series that just has not gotten any love. Now, it did get some love if people stick with it. So Goodreads ratings have gone up after the first 2 volumes, but I think it's just because the fans kept reading it. Meaning the first 12 issues, though, were mostly hated more so than loved. I don't know why. From the bad reviews to the general public just not liking its over-the-top action and gory moments, the series really, I guess, struggled to find its audience. I personally enjoyed it right from the get-go. I mean, it reminds me of Punisher, a little bit more goofy, and, you know, I just had a good time with it. I don't know, maybe I just like a dude running around shooting and using a sword to cut people up. I think it's fun. It's not great, but it's fun, and I don't understand why it gets like the 1s out of 5 and all that. Coming at number 3 is Sam Wilson as Captain America. Probably one of the most hated series for comics that I actually had a really good time with. It's heavy in politics. Now, of course, the other, people are going to half hate it because they disagree with the politic nature of it. However, I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice change up also from Steve being Captain America, and I enjoy Falcon, or Sam, because he is more on the side of in the middle of a lot of stuff, and it makes it for an interesting character. I also enjoyed the artwork here as well, and I thought it was well done, and I thought the second half of the run is far stronger than the first half, and that's, to me, a good thing. When you finish strong, it sticks with me, and it did with this series, so I really enjoyed it. Second Sight. Now, this is a gritty comic that is either passed off as okay or bad, but I personally enjoyed it the whole time of reading it. It's from the Aftershock crew, who makes some really cool comics, and it's about a guy who can see the actions of someone getting killed and tries to take clues from that death and try to prevent future killings. It's a one-and-done series, but it's well done, and I really enjoyed it, and it had awesome art from Alberto Ponticelli, I think his name is, but I don't know why this didn't really catch on with people, and it's a shame because I guess it never catch on, so they're not making any more, but I really dug this one. Coming in at number 1, and probably the biggest gasp on this list, Civil War II. I didn't love it, don't get me wrong, but I had a lot of fun with it. Civil War II's idea of why they are fighting is intriguing to me, actually more so than the original Civil War. I thought the first few issues actually were really, really good and really fun, and the art done by David Marquez, again, he's on this list a lot, is just fucking wonderful. I was stunned how good it was. I also thought there were some great questions that the series asked. Less fighting and more questions actually would have made this better overall, because it did get a little bit punchy by the end of the series. But as it stands, I actually preferred Civil War II over Civil War. I know that's crazy to a lot of people, but to me, this was a lot of fun, especially with the art. And I don't know, I enjoyed it for what it was. Listen, everybody's going to have crazy things on their list. I've seen people put All-Star Batman, the one done by our good friend Frank Miller, on their list of comics they really enjoyed. Hey, if you enjoy it, enjoy it. For me, these are comics that are highly criticized, not liked by the general public, or low ratings on various sites that I thought were pretty fun. I would love to see a list of yours below. List some comics that you really like that other people just seem to hate or not like. And everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out other videos that I do on comics. I'm just going to keep doing these because I really love them. But any suggestions on future videos, I'm all ears. Everybody else, have a good day.